Hi, this is Merrill Jenks with the Big Helper Real Estate Group at eXp Realty, and I'm coming at you with your monthly market update specific to the community of Adora Trails for the month of September 2018. Sometimes you might see online or on social media or on the news or newspaper or whatever medium you use about the housing market and what home values are doing. But what I found is oftentimes those are based on a national level, or they're based on all of Phoenix, and oftentimes what's happening in your specific community is a little bit different than that. In fact, you're going to see what Adora Trails is doing right now is a lot hotter than what the rest of the country or even the rest of Phoenix is doing. So I'm really excited to share with you what's happening specific to your community. The stats that I'm going to be sharing today are based on MLS records. We're not using tax record information simply because oftentimes homes that are not selling in the MLS are not selling for fair market value. It might be an investor buying a home, or it might be a family member selling a home to a family member. And so I feel that the most accurate data in terms of what home values are doing is in the MLS. Typically there might be one or two other homes that sold in the community that weren't in the MLS. So the majority of the data is in the MLS anyway. If you're curious about a non-MLS sale, though, I do have access to all that. I can look any of that up and give you the information. Right now in Adora Trails, there are 16 active listings, and those listings range from the cheapest listing at $300,000 to the most expensive listing is $699,000. Price per foot wise, they range from $112 a foot up to $199 per foot. There are actually 18 listings right now that are pending, under contract, or have a contract contingent upon a buyer's sale. So that's really interesting. Only 16 active listings, 18 pending. So there's actually more homes under contract right now than what are actually available. And then in the month of September, 11 homes closed in September, which is a lot less than what we had seen the previous month. But the thing to keep in mind about those 11 closings was that September was a very short month in terms of business days. Homes can only close on business days because the county recorder and title companies and most lenders are not open on non-business days. So there were only 19 business days in September. October has 22, so we do expect these numbers to go back up in October. So 11 homes closed in Adora Trails in the month of October. Those ranged from $292,000 at the cheap end all the way up to $630,000 was the most expensive. The average price of the homes that sold was $366,000, and the average days on market was only 38 days. To give you an idea, if you take the entire Phoenix metro area, the average days on market for homes that are selling is usually between 65 and 75 days. So homes are literally selling 30 days plus faster than the average in your community. Lastly, my favorite stat to look at is one called month's supply of inventory. If you imagine no new homes ever came on the market, how long would it take for all 16 active listings that we currently have to sell? And right now, the month's supply of inventory for Adora Trails is only 1.45, so essentially 1.5 months. 1.5 months, everything would sell. To remind you, typically if the month's supply of inventory is over 4, it's considered a buyer's market. If it stays over 4 for a long time, maybe not just 1 month, but if it stays over 4 for a long time, we start to see home values fall. And if it stays below 3 for a long time, home values are rising. So at only 1.45, we're definitely expecting home values to continue to rise. Demand is very high in your neighborhood. If you're at all curious about the value of your home, I shared some numbers here that have a pretty wide range, and you might be thinking, where in the heck in that range do I land? If you're at all curious about the value of your home, please feel free to reach out to our team. We'd be more than happy to put together a custom valuation for you. And it's going to be a lot more accurate than what you might see on Zillow or any other automated valuation, simply because we're actually going to look at your home, see what upgrades you have, see what you've done to it, see your landscaping, see all those things that are going to affect your value, and then let you know what we think a buyer would be willing to pay for your home in this market.